busy now, to get an evening booked is impossible. It's absolutely impossible.
Very easy, very easy, very easy.
Yeah. I know we've been talking about the last 6 months, and we've had 2 events already with him, small, our connoisseur member chapter. One was with white truffle and one with black truffle, and they were really great. So we thought we'll have one here, and we've been negotiating the date. So today it happened to be the date, and thank you very much. And we have some new members. Jay Arya is the new person who's joined.
Please stand up.
And you probably remember Philippa K, the charming, beautiful girl who was a member for many years.
Please, that's stretching.
Suppose they don't get a medal or anything like this?
I'm very concerned giving these things. And a very, very special welcome to our friend Rajiv Samant. Some of you might know him. He's there with his friends from Grant. Now, Grant, James is from England, and he and I had some debate. He thinks whiskey is better drink, I think wine is a better drink. So I don't know. Today we'll carry the day.
James enjoys his wine.
I know. In fact, I should tell you that James has been handling the wine club for Oxford Society. And yes, and he told me that when they shot out a letter to the chateau for some wine for the dinners, they would come fly and bring the wine because of Oxford. Now, delWine Club has not reached that stage yet, but Sula and Rajiv is a very nice person. He always helps us out whenever, and I'm very happy to tell you the older members know that Rajiv came specially for our 10th anniversary 200 dinner at Hyatt. So he's a friend of the club. I'm a personal friend also, and I should also tell you one of the reasons of his success. I didn't know him in 2003. He didn't know me or anything about the club. I got his email address from somewhere, I don't know where, and I wrote to him a mail that who are you and who I am and all that. And are you Rajiv Samant? Are you the owner of Sula? I mean, that's how we knew about him. And he said, yes, I am Rajiv Samant. What can I do for you? I said, I would like you to organize a wine dinner for us in Delhi. He said, okay. So they organized a wine dinner at the Taj Palace Hotel, and that was 2003, and it's come a long way since then. They have sold 800,000 cases of wine last year.
Very well.
And but that includes, I think, 14,500 imported wine also.
Subhash knows way better than me.
And I can also tell you, which he will not like me to tell you, that when he started the import business, he was not sure of the Indian industry where it was going, and that was like a hedge for him. I'm talking 2004 and 5. And we've had often chats about it every time, because I've known him ever since 2003. And today, I can tell you that Hardee's is getting ready to take on Jacob's Creek. They have done a lot of events, and you will see more and more of Hardee's because Hardee's is imported by them. Okay, today's evening, it's again very interesting evening from the point of view of wine. James asked me what is the theme of the evening, and I said theme is fun. Same as always, fun around wines. There are 2 things, rest comes, But today, because Artusi is the best Italian restaurant in town, and I hope I'm saying it right, Oscar. You guarantee what I'm saying, no?
No question.
The best, absolutely the best Italian food, standalone, yes. But when I talk to him about the service, he says, Subhash, our service is better than 5 stars. So you let me know after the evening how it is. I'm sure whenever we come, it's fantastic. So we had 5 wines today. We have organized 5 wines, obviously all Italian. And we started with the Franciacorta. As you know, Franciacorta is Italian champagne, as they call it. The CIBC in Champagne would like us to say that, but the closest that any wine comes to Champagne is from Franciacorta because of soil, because of the technology that they've taken from Champagne. They started making Franciacorta in 60s, and there's a winery called Berlucchi that started making it. But one of the older people is called Ricci Curbastro. they were into the silk business, you know, like we have in Bangalore. That used to come from Italy, and this place near Brescia was the center for making silken threads and all that. So they later on switched to wines, and before Franciacorta came into being, they started making wine for many, 2-3 generations anyway. So Franciacorta is typically champagne style, as of course Rajiv here also and many other people in India are making what we call méthode champenoise or méthode traditionnelle. The second fermentation is done in the bottle. Now, something interesting that these people came out with, of course they have Chardonnay and Pinot Noir as the standard grapes in Franciacorta. They also added Pinot Bianco because that's a grape that's very popular in the area. But they came out with this beautiful concept, and they call it satin. Satin is silk in Italian. So satin brut. So we have today Franciacorta satin brut. I don't think anybody's ever had that in India so far, but that's not the idea, is to enjoy the evening. And what it is it's 100% Chardonnay, and it's made in, the first fermentation is done in oak barriques rather than stainless steel tanks. And then the second one is done as usual in the bottle, but it's kept in the bottle for 40 months. So, you know, it's a longer fermentation on the lees, and it's pure Chardonnay. It's a 7 gram sugar in it, so it's dry but not very dry, so I think goes very well with the palate. That was the Franciacorta Satin Brut, and it's now trademark registered by Franciacorta. Nobody can call it Satin. The other thing with this wine is the idea was to make it more rounded and fuller bodied, because many people, even in India, complain that champagne is too heavy for the palate. You know, it's too heavy. It's too disruptive with the food. So they came out with the concept where the pressure, they reduce the pressure by 1 bar. So instead of being 5 to 6, it's 4 to 5. So it's softer on the palate, and you can actually have it with the food. But we of course had it only as an aperitif. The second wine that we have, and the third wine, second wine is a very regular, ordinary wine, Sauvignon Blanc, from a winery called Moletto. Now, some of the older members might remember that delWine Club introduced Moletto in India when Sovereign Impex was importing it, and we had 2-3 dinners. And once we had invited the Italian ambassador also. So that was one of the wines we had, and this will go very well with the first course. Easier wine, you will know the taste of Sauvignon Blanc very well now. Incidentally, this will also make Sauvignon Blanc. New Zealand we've had the Sancerre, and so today we're having Moletto. The next wine is very interesting, is Refosco. Now, I mean, you know I love Italy, and so the name of the wine is Refosco del Peduncolo. Now, I always found the name very romantic and very nice musical sounding name, so I always did a lot of research many years ago. And I've been to the area in Friuli, and it's Friuli, Veneto, Giulia area on the northeastern side of Italy. And Moletto is in the province of Treviso, and so they make this wine. They call it Refosco now, but the name is simpler, and the grape name is Refosco. And they've shortened the name, and this is called Refosco. This is a wine with a very high acidic content, so it can age very well. The tannins are medium, they're not very strong tannins. So it's easier drinking wine, goes very well with it could go well with chicken also, goes very well with pastas and pizzas and stuff like that. So we will try it out today and see how you like it. One wine that some of us tasted outside was a rosé wine, which is a gift to mankind by Veneto region. Unfortunately, not popular in India. It's called Chiaretto. Chiaretto is made from a grape called Corvina, which is used in Valpolicella, and it grows around Lake Garda. And all these wineries make these wines. These are wines which are, you don't talk about these wines. You know, you come home, you have a glass of wine, you're having dinner, you have a glass or two of Chiaretto. And very soft, easy drinking wine. Tannins are kind of soft also. You can have it pasta, you know, bolognese or even mushroom or whatever. So you can have this wine, beautiful wine. And I thought some people get a taste of this, some people don't like to have sparkling. So we kind of intertwined that particular wine at the initial time. The last wine, Oh, I'm going to have a problem with the last wine. Don't ask for refills if you can avoid it. If you want, I won't drink it, but it's Brunello di Montalcino 2008. Called Dorcha is the producer, and I know Cinzano, Count Cinzano personally. And when I met him 2 years ago, and he said, Subhash, I don't think I'll be able to ever produce wine like this again. Because as you know, the vintages are very important in Montalcino. 2009 was not a very good vintage. But 2010 actually has surpassed 2008 also. But the wines are very young, they will drink later. You know, they need to age more. And I told people 3 years ago that 2008, whatever you can pick up, buy it and store it. In fact, I met Ritu Dalmia the other day, and she had showing me one bottle of called Dorcha 2008. I said, listen lady, pick up 100 bottles and put in your cellar and forget about it for 3 years. You will always thank me. So she's ordering some, I guess. But 2010 is a wine which you can use on your children's wedding, your grandchildren's wedding, because that's going to last 20-25 years at least, and maybe go to 40 years. So that's the kind of wine, sensuous wine that Brunello di Montalcino is. Of course, I'm not going to tell you much about the wine because you know that is made from Brunello grape, actually Sangiovese, and it needs 4 years before it comes out, and every vintage is different. Within Montalcino, the climate is very different, very diverse, so different wineries have their different styles of making the wine, and because Dorcha is one of the top 3 producers in terms of size, and in terms of quality they are very good, because Cinzano is a very passionate man. He's so passionate that he's opened a winery in Chile also, and he's made a group of producers who have elevated themselves, and they're, I would say, snobbish, but the good quality producers have combined together and formed a group, association. So it's a very nice wine. I think I'm pretty sure you'll enjoy it. Now, one little thing I wanted to tell you also here is every dinner has, like I said, special and some story. And what happened, you in the beginning, did you guys get to taste the cheese?
Yeah. We did.
Yes.
Who did not taste the cheese? Okay, well I'll see if you can have some more later on. Who tasted the cheese?
Oh, I did.
Okay, who liked the cheese? Who loved the cheese? Wow, okay.
I want more.
You got more. Okay, so I'll have to ask her. Now, let me give you a story. 2 months ago, I got a mail that we would like to give you some wine, some cheese, to try out with your members of the delWine Club. I said, okay, you know, if somebody wants to try it. So I said, where are you from? Are you in Delhi or Bombay? So I got a mail saying, no, we are in Spain. So I said, are you crazy? You know, you send it to samples, what can we do for you? I mean, there's nothing we can do. You send it, we eat it and it's finished. I said, no, we don't do that. I'm sorry. I don't want to work with you, because if you're in India, we do something, we write about it. You get some benefit. We're not freeloaders here. No, you try it. We're happy to do it for you. And I heard good things about you in delWine Club, and you know you're serious people. I said, okay. So then I said, send me a sample, and suddenly I got a mail saying that, hey, listen, we have something called FSSAI in India. Do you have a certificate from them? I said, what? How do I need a certificate for that? She said, no, I've been told that you cannot export unless there's an FSSAI certificate. So I said, baby, we haven't got a certificate, and I don't want to touch you, you know, because if FSSAI comes into the picture, you're screwed. I mean, that's it. I mean, they're screwing the whole India, so you know.
The recent one was Jacob.
Huh?
The recent one was Jacob Creek.
Yeah, Jacob is one of the examples. And importers, KK Modi.
Yeah.
You heard of KK Modi?
Yes.
He stopped doing wine business, import business, without FSSAI. So I can give examples on that, but that's not the evening about. So then I met an importer. I used to work with him 10, 12 years ago. He used to, you know, he was working with wine and cheese. Sanjay Tandon, I don't know if you know him or not.
Yeah.
So I asked him, I met him at a dinner, and he said, of course you need a certificate. I said, Sanjay, are you crazy? Have we got so mad in this country that if somebody wants to give me a gift of a kilo of cheese, he has to get a certificate? He said, no, personal, there's no problem at all. So you just make sure that it is in your name, and no company name and all that, and the parcel will come to you. I said, okay. I said, some duty and all we'll pay, it doesn't matter. Would you believe, hooray for India, the cheese, the packet arrived at on my bed. I was sitting there, the guy said, "What's that?" I said, "Duty, no duty." Wow, incredible India, isn't it? So we have had this cheese today, and the only request they did make was that please ask your members, they liked it, how they liked it, and we want to know. This is from a Navara region, and they are specializing in the cheese, and Iberico is the area, and they're making from sheep milk, from mountain sheep. So it's different. Everybody tried it. I honestly speaking, I opened one packet in the house and we tried it and we gave it to people who came and they all loved it. So I'll see whatever is there. I'll tell them to serve it later on. If you've not had it, have it. If you've had it, don't tell me you've had it. I don't care. So okay, thank you very much. Enjoy the meal. Thank you. Bye.